Hi, this is Penny Kelly, and this meditation, titled Healing Humanity, is the ninth in a series of meditations designed to heal the Pacific Ocean from the results of the Fukushima nuclear disaster. A kind-hearted man named Walter Mora, a farmer, felt he had to do something, so he began inviting people to come together in kins groups to talk about what we might do to help. And these meditations came out of those meetings. So, as we usually do, find a place to get yourself comfortable. And today, I would like you to sit down rather than lie down. And once you find a spot, put your feet on the floor, don't cross your legs, and then take our 3 very deep breaths that we usually take. These are full body breaths in which you breathe in and feel that breath filling your entire body all the way to the tips of your toes. And then breathe out. When you're filled, breathe out completely until you're empty. And then breathe in a second time. Fill the whole body. Feel that breath down the back of your head, the back of your neck, down your shoulders, your arms, down your legs. When you're completely filled, let it out slowly and completely. And then a third time, breathe in, breathe all the way through you. Feel that breath in your face, in your abdomen, in your thighs. Fill up completely, and then breathe out slowly and completely. And after that, just breathe in your natural way and remain relaxed but aware. So today we're going to focus on healing humanity, hopefully helping a few people and making a quick visit to the Pacific Ocean at the end to renew our bond and pledge of support. Now to begin, become aware of your body, sitting there in the chair. Focus on how it feels to have this physical vehicle with toes and ankles and knees and hips and a bladder and a liver, a stomach, a heart, some lungs, some arms, ribs and teeth, a skull, a spine. Feel the whole array. We call this array a body. And for just a moment, be aware of the incredible amount of activity going on inside that body. Thank the body for its knowledge and its ability to keep things going without you having to pay attention to it every minute. And then focus on the chair you're sitting in and feel the places where the chair and your body come together. And then move your attention to the floor where your feet are. Feel your feet just resting on the floor. And then kind of slide yourself upwards and out of the body just far enough to sit on your own shoulders. So you've moved the energy body out of the physical body and you're just kind of sitting on your own shoulders. Hang on to your head for balance if you need it. Feel yourself actually sitting on your physical shoulders, legs hanging down over your chest, hands hanging onto your forehead, and just look around the room from that perspective. And then slide back down into the body, fully aligning with it. Once again, feel the chair solidly beneath you. Feel your feet on the floor. And for just a moment, feel how solid your body is. How solid the chair and the floor are. Then take a breath and slide upwards again to sit on your physical shoulders. hold on to your head for balance again. And look at the room from that perspective. And then slide up to the ceiling and you let your head sort of bounce gently against the ceiling. And note how things look in the room from that perspective. And then slide back down to sit on your body's shoulders. And then back down into the body itself, fully aligning with it, feeling the chair under you, your feet on the floor, your back against the back of the chair. So just rest there a moment while you take a deep breath. And then slide upwards once more, resting briefly on your shoulders. Then going up to the ceiling where you sort of dangle for a minute. And then go right through the ceiling and sit on the peak or the ridge of your roof. Balance yourself with your hands. And feel the roofing materials under your hands and under your hips where you're sitting on that roof. And look across the countryside from up there on the roof. Note what you see happening. And then begin to rise slowly and gently into the air, continuing to rise until you can see both horizons and are up far enough to see the entire planet rotating slowly to the right. So just hang out there and watch the planet turn. As it moves, focus your consciousness on the continents moving by and open your awareness deep within yourself to what I call situations of need. These are like situations in which someone on the surface is calling for help, praying for guidance, for assistance, crying for rescue, or just plain suffering terribly and needs some support. So open yourself and give yourself directions to hear these cries for help or guidance or comfort or maybe reassurance, and feel yourself being pulled down to the surface of the planet in a location where that need is unfolding. When you land on the surface of the planet, when you're back on the ground, look around until you find the source of the cries or the prayers or the need. You might have to walk a short distance to reach them or find the issue. But give yourself directions to find the problem. Once you do, quickly stand still and assess the situation. And then offer whatever assistance you can. Do not hold back. Just be there completely for that individual for a few moments. Guide them to safety if necessary, or guide others who could help that person in need. Hold an attitude of peaceful confidence that the universe is listening and responding to your intent and your will. See and hear and feel the energy of that situation ease up. Continue to hold the intention of love and the power of will. And see yourself moving gracefully and freely with your energy in that situation. Hold that love, hang on to that power, that will. until the individual who was struggling or suffering is calm, or the situation is resolved, or physical help has arrived to help the individual. And once they have become calm, reassure them that they will be okay. Hold them for a moment if necessary. And when all is quiet, look the individual in the eye with great love. Reassure them again that all will be well now, and then say goodbye. And feel yourself rising back up into the air, moving up far above the planet until you can see the whole planet again. And when you reach the altitude that you were at before you went down to the surface of the planet to help, recenter yourself again. And just kind of watch the planet turn slowly and watch the continents slide by. Take a deep breath and relax yourself. And then once again, open your consciousness and focus on the surface. Be listening for another call for help. And when it comes, tune into the area it's coming from. It could be anything. Somebody could be drowning. Somebody could be trying to give birth. Somebody could have gotten burned. Someone could be lost. There's lots of things that people need help. Somebody might need inspiration for some project they're working on. But, whatever it is, open your consciousness, be listening for another call for help, and when it comes and you've identified the area, let yourself be pulled back down to the surface once again. When you land on the surface of the planet, look around and keep looking until you find the situation that has brought you there and the individual or group that is in need. Once you find the source of the calls for help, stand still for a moment and quickly assess the situation. What do they need? What could you do? Do you need to guide them to safety? Do you need to protect them in some way? Do you just need to offer comfort? Give somebody a hand to hold? Do you need to find somebody who can help the person in need and guide them to that person? Without reservation, offer whatever assistance you can. Do it with great love. And remember, in this state of consciousness, there are no limits to what you can do. So see, hear, and feel the solutions to the problem, or simply be the love that is needed at that moment. Continue to hold the intention of love, the power of will, and the grace of freely moving energy, and feel the pressure of the sorrow or the pain or the fear or confusion begin to ease up in that situation. Continue to be present. Continue to stand in your power until the situation is resolved or physical help has arrived and can take over. When the situation is quiet, look the person in the eye and reassure them that they will be okay. And then say goodbye. And then feel yourself rising back up into the air, and keep rising until you reach the attitude or altitude that you were at before you went down to the surface to help. And once you reach that altitude, recenter yourself. Get clear. Watch the planet turn slowly and the continents slide by. And then one more time, open your consciousness and focus on the planet's surface and what's going on each continent that slides by before you. Listen for another call for help, another prayer, another feeling of desperation, seeking immediate assistance. And when that call for help comes in, tune into the area it's coming from. When you have identified the area, let yourself be pulled down to the surface of the earth once again. Once you arrive on the earth, look around until you find the situation or the person that has brought you there or called you there. And for just a moment, stand very still and assess the situation quickly. And then do what you can to help. Offer comfort, maybe protection, maybe guidance, maybe somebody needs to be hidden and remain hidden. Offer inspiration, assistance, whatever is needed. And remember, again, that in this state there are no limits to what you can do. See, hear, and feel the solution to the problem. Or, once again, simply be the love that is needed at that moment. Continue to hold that intention of love. Use the power of your will and the grace of freely moving energy to help relieve the pressure of the sorrow or the grief or the pain, and feel that fear, pain, confusion, whatever it is, begin to ease up. Continue to be present and in your power until the situation is resolved or physical help has arrived and can take over. When the situation is quiet again, look the person in the eye and reassure them that they will be okay. And then say goodbye and feel yourself rising back up into the air. Keep rising until you reach the altitude you were at before that third journey down to the surface of the earth. And then once you get up there, recenter yourself again, watching the planet turn slowly and the continents move past. Open your mind and your heart to all of humanity, living, loving, crying, laughing, struggling, playing, and working on the earth. Try to hold them all in your mind's eye and your heart as you ask them from the depths of your soul to please awaken and heal. And the request that you make should follow this form exactly. Hello, humanity, people of Earth. I am, and then state your name, and I would really appreciate it if you would awaken and heal yourself, the planet, and especially her oceans. Thank you for hearing me. I am closing now. And then feel yourself gliding smoothly and effortlessly toward the Pacific Ocean. Keep moving until you are floating right above the water, close enough to put your hands on the surface of the water. Say hello to the Pacific and tell her that you bring love and support to her and all of the creatures that live in her. And tell her you are going to make an unusual connection that will bring her great energy. Tell her you would be pleased if she would take in that energy and use it to heal. Then I want you to imagine that you are moving into a position of doing a handstand on the surface of the water and that the water is holding you up. Now, once your hands are firmly on the surface of the water, lift your feet, your legs, and your entire body until they are pointing at the sun. You might have to scooch around a little bit so that when you lift your feet, they are pointing in the direction of the sun. And then envision your feet and your legs beginning to extend through space until they actually bump into the sun. Your hands are still on the surface of the water, your head is pointing down, and your bottom half is slanted up with your feet planted on the sun. And even though this is an unusual position, say hello to the sun and introduce yourself, telling it your name. Ask the sun if it would be willing to help heal the Pacific Ocean by allowing you to be a conduit of healing energy down to the water. Listen carefully for any kind of response or anything that the sun might communicate to you. And then take a couple of breaths, deep breaths. Another one. And then, when you are ready, feel energy beginning to gather in your feet. Let that energy increase and increase and begin to flow into and through your legs and through your body and down your arms and through the palms of your hands and right into the body of the Pacific Ocean. Feel that current of light running through you as you channel healing light energy from the sun into the water. Continue channeling that current until you feel the entire ocean is full of life and light and good energy. When the ocean is completely filled with a golden white light, thank the sun for its gift. Thank the ocean for receiving this gift. And then slowly pull your body back into its usual shape and dimensions, and then just float over the water. Say goodbye to the great Pacific, telling her you love her and you will return to visit soon. And then begin moving back in the direction of your own physical body, moving through the air to the roof of the house or building where you left that body. Sit on the roof for a moment and just look across the countryside. How does it look? Does anything look different? If yes, make a mental note of that. And then slowly, gently slide back down through the roof and back to sit on the shoulders of your body. And just sit there for a moment. For a moment, say thank you to that body. And then slide back into it, completely and fully aligning with it. feel the chair you're sitting on. Feel the floor under your feet and your back against the back of the chair. And then take a deep breath, stretch a little. And before we close this, just for a moment recall the 3 places that you went to offer help. And give yourself directions to remember where you went and what you did. And just be proud of yourself for having offered that kind of help. This kind of work is called spirit guide work. You are working as a spirit guide when you make yourself available to help humanity in a moment when they need it and you happen to be free and listening. And then very slowly open your eyes, reorient yourself to the everyday world, and take your time getting back into the everyday. No hurry.